Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel Wednesday morning. I want to talk to you guys very seriously about a major change in my life. This video is probably going to be longer than the 5 minutes, so I'm letting you know because you guys know I usually try to keep it short and sweet, but I'll try to make sure I stay on topic. You guys know that many times on this channel I've spoken about my weight. I've done a lot of videos on it. And you would think with how much I've spoken to you guys that I would actually be doing something about it. To be honest, I have done something about it. I've gained weight. But I start off good and then I go back off my, quote, healthy eating plan. I wanted to talk to you about why and go over the reasons why and what I'm doing about it and something that's going to be happening to me in the next 90 days. So let me get started. And thank you for your patience, everybody, with the longer video, because I know you're used to me doing shorter videos. So we spoke on Tuesday about self-sabotage. And I think each and every one of us have an area or areas of our life where we self-sabotage. As you guys know, my area is my weight. That would probably be my biggest area. And I want to share why. First of all, you guys know I have a lot of friends and people in my world, which is great. But there can be a downside to that because when the more friends you have, the more opinions and values from others you take upon yourself. Nothing against anyone, but I'm just being real here. So let me talk about the self-sabotage and what areas I do self-sabotage in regards to my weight and what I'm going to be doing about it, okay? So first of all, number one, I have a fear of what other people are thinking, especially a little bit on YouTube. Even though I'm really positive and it doesn't bother me if I get a negative comment every now and then. Actually, I'm totally fine with that because everyone has their different opinion. I guess I'm always afraid of coming out because I feel like not just YouTube, but people in my life will say, oh no, there she goes again. Dawn, why are you trying that diet? You're going to just gain it back. Or I heard that doesn't work. Or, things like that. So I'm afraid of negative comments from naysayers and other people. Or people saying, well, Dawn, you should do this. This is better for you. Giving me their valued opinion on what I should do. So that kind of keeps me from doing anything. And it keeps me quiet and insular about talking about it. And not that I need to talk about it. One of you made an excellent point yesterday saying, you know what, if you go on a diet or you go on a budget, who says you have to tell anybody? Excellent point. That really is a very valid point. But the people in my world, if you're going out doing things with them or going to functions, they're going to see you're doing things differently, even if you don't say anything. But I do think that's an excellent point that you don't have to tell everybody about things. Number two, I have gone up and down since age 14 with my weight. So I assume because I failed so many other times, I'm going to fail again. But there are many people out there that have tried different things, not just, quote, eating plans. I'm talking anything from writing a book, inventing, acting. It could be anything, starting a business. And they may have failed 100 times, but maybe 101 time they get it right. So because of that, I think, well, what's the use? So I failed and it's embarrassing. And I've been all different sizes. I've been as low as 120, I'm 5'4", as high as 305. I'm not 305 right now, so that's a good thing. So then the other thing is, number three, this is the other thing. Because and I don't want to use the excuse that I'm older, I'm 54. I used to be able to lose weight quickly. It doesn't come off as fast as it used to, so when I don't see the results for making sacrifices, I give up. Number four, my social life. Now, I don't spend a lot of money, but a lot of the folks that I've hung around with or you go to different functions, there's always food there. Well, you can't give an excuse and say, well, we've got Thanksgiving coming up, so I'll start my, quote, diet after Thanksgiving. Or, you know what, we're going on vacation. Not that I don't go on vacation, but this is an example. And we're going on a cruise, so I'll start my diet after the cruise. There's never going to be a good time to start a healthy eating plan for life, right? Because you're always going to be surrounded by unhealthy foods or foods that maybe aren't at your best interest to eat. Number five, the bottom line is, and I'm going to use the analogy of the budget, if you want something bad enough in life, whether it's being debt-free, getting to a healthier weight, finding out a good workout schedule, starting a business, writing a book, anything that you want to do, being in a healthy relationship, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to replace bad habits with good habits. And you're going to have to probably give up some things you really enjoy. And I'm not saying that if you are, quote, losing weight, you have to give up all these things that you love. I'm not saying that. But you're not going to be able to continue down the path that you're on to be able to make a change in your life, right? So that bottom line is, when you eat healthy, you will have to not do the things that you were doing before. That's the bottom line. And the other thing I wanted to make an analogy with is budgeting. I made the sacrifices with budgeting. And honestly, budgeting comes easy for me. And it hasn't really bothered me. There's sometimes I maybe got a little bit down and felt like I was going without. But overall, the sacrifice has been worth it. So I have to ask myself, is the sacrifice worth it when it comes to eating? If I went out with friends and we went to a movie and they're, eating a big bucket of popcorn at 10 o'clock at night, and I know that if I eat that, I'll probably gain about 3 pounds and it will take me a week to lose it, is it worth it? Or is it better to be at the healthier weight and be able to do the things I used to do? As a matter of fact, a little off topic, a few years ago, like 3 years ago, now I'm able to walk really well, which is great. I told you guys I walk at Super Target. But I was able to do all sorts of things in yoga, Pilates, and do a lot of different types of exercise, modified push-ups, all different kinds of exercises that I was able to do with no problem at all. And I'm not able to do all that stuff anymore. And it felt great to do it. I felt really strong. And I want to feel strong again. And I love that feeling. So that's another thing to think of. Basically, I do love using the analogy of budgeting because this is a budgeting channel. I'm saying this. Once you're debt-free, and I've heard people, they're excited to be debt-free. And I think that's great. But I feel like I've gotten the feeling that some people think, I'm debt-free. I'm free now. You're not totally free, because you're always going to have to be on a budget and really watch your savings and not do the lifestyle creep so you don't get back into debt. Same with healthy eating. You may have to not eat like you used to, and even if you got down to your desired weight, you're going to have to keep up that healthy eating, or you're going to go back in debt with your weight, if that makes sense. Basically, there is no quick fix in life. It takes some work. You got to do the work. One of my friends, love her dearly, but she's in a network marketing company, no names mentioned, and she's telling me, we have this fabulous product that's going to change your life. I love you guys. I hope you don't mind me saying this. There's no quick fix. There's no fabulous product that's going to turn around our life. You got to do the work. I know that from me doing it. So that's another thing I wanted to say. The other thing I'm going to be telling you guys is that the reason why I'm doing all this and why I have to make a choice is this. In 90 days, I'm going to be going to visit my dad. Now, he hasn't seen me that I've gained the weight. It physically would be uncomfortable right now because of the edema that I have in my legs and my feet to fly, just to be totally honest. The strange thing is my blood pressure is good, but I don't know health-wise what that would do for me to fly in the plane. Plus, I want the plane to be able to take off. So, I don't know. At this point, I don't want to have to buy 2 seats. What I'm going to do is this. I have 90 days, and obviously I have to do it beyond 90 days, and I am aware of that. I'm not going on any strict diet. What worked for me before, about 5 years ago, and I kept it off for about 3 years, which is the longest I've ever kept off weight, by the way, I went on a modified paleo eating plan. When I say modified, I allow myself a grain a day. What I've noticed for me is the more I stay away from grains, anything from the grain family, the breads, the rices, all of that kind of stuff, even healthier versions. And the more I stick to some protein, some healthy fats, some fruits and veggies, things like that, the better I am. And so that's what I'm going to be doing, is doing modified paleo. I'm not going to tell you my weight tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you my weight every day from September 1st on. And I'm also going to tell you how much weight that I lost. I have 90 days. I can tell you one thing that you guys may not know about me. If I put my mind to something and I'm feeling very confident about it, there's never been a time where I put my mind to something that I haven't succeeded at it. And I can tell you right now, I will succeed because I'm basically having to do this. I'm going to visit my dad, and I would not feel comfortable getting on the plane like I am now. I can tell you right now. Physically, I don't feel comfortable. So I will be doing this. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm not dreading this. I don't look at this as negative. I'm wanting my health back, and I'm tired of going on and off. Now, if the weight doesn't come off as quickly as it has in the past, I'm not going to worry about that as long as I know what I'm doing is right for me. And so I'll be doing monthly check-ins on the 1st of each month until January 1st. So basically, to sum up everything, and I know I've gone way over my 5 minutes, and I don't feel like redoing the video to get it shorter, so I hope you guys don't mind, is I've got two choices. Same with the budgeting. I can either spend the extra $300 and just on anything, whether it's movies, go out and buy myself some cute things, whatever, buy myself anything that I want, or I can put it in savings and have some security and if something happens. Same with my weight. I have two choices. I can either maybe sacrifice and have to maybe not go to the buffet restaurant and carry my healthy snacks with me, which I've done before in the past, or I can stay like I am or gain weight and not be able to do some of the things that may affect my health. So those are my two choices. And I realize with the latter choice, I'm going to have to sacrifice some things that maybe at first may be a little tough to do, but I know that I can do it because I've done it so many times. And I will also be, in the midst of all this, be watching some things and looking into other types of things that can help me since I've gained the weight so that I can prevent from letting this happen again. So I'm looking for outside resources and help to help me with emotions and things that I may need to deal with so I can prevent from gaining the weight back again. That's what I wanted to say. Let me know, guys, what you think about anything in your life where you feel like you're self-sabotaging, and because of watching this video, you feel like you may want to make a positive change in your life because you're saying enough is enough. So that's all I have to say today. I know the video was rambly. I love you guys. I support you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye.